Hello, world, and welcome to episode 4 of the Common Sense Man's News and Talk Show, where we'll be talking about news from various sources on the internet and to try to discuss it in a neutral, common sense way. Let's open it up, try to bring people together that are on opposite sides of the spectrum right now, politically. It's just crazy. So let's see if we can help that, and we're going to start today's Friday afternoon session, a rare afternoon session. I couldn't do it this morning, a little tired. We're going to start with CNN, topping the news on CNN right now. Third Republican calls for Attorney General to resign, citing his recusal in the Russia investigation. So that's still going on, along with the investigation into Hillary Clinton, excuse me. Those investigations still going on. You know what? One of these days we should just move past this and try to, become stronger as a nation instead of just being so into these accusations and, sort of that sort of stuff. Other things happening in the news is China's 8.5-ton space lab is falling. Yes, it is falling from the sky. End of March, it will fall from the sky, but don't worry, it's about a 1 in trillion chance that you will get hit by this. It's probably going to evaporate in the atmosphere as it re-enters. If anything does come through, it'll be very minimal, so you don't have to worry about that right now. Good news on CNN here is NFL player Ryan Shazier, who was injured in December and couldn't move his legs, is now feeling his legs, and his dad said he's probably expecting him to play again. So that is great news. Good luck to you on that. Moving on to Fox News. Headline right now on Fox News is lawmakers want dossier author ex-British spy prosecuted for lying to FBI. That has to do with, I don't know what that has to do. Haven't read into that. Good news though, if you are looking for some money, you need money, like we all probably do. Powerball and Mega Millions both are combining for over $1 billion. So you got to play tonight and tomorrow for both those. And good luck. I'm going to go buy me a ticket later when I go to the liquor store. That's about what's going on Fox News. Nothing else going on there that I see that's important. This is the Friday edition, so excuse me, I'm going a little fast. CNBC, going to CNBC News, topping the news there at CNBC is here's how Trump's first year record on stocks and jobs compares to past presidents' performance. They have a graph in there showing all the presidents in their first year. Truman and Obama lead that, but apparently when they took office, the stocks were on a very downward spiral. So congrats to Trump if he's responsible for that. Right on, man. More power to you. A little quote here, a little article on CNBC is Trump asked when he got into office, why can't Medicare simply cover everybody before pushing Obamacare repeal? That's a good question. Why can't it? I'd go for that. I'd have health care. Anything else going on CNBC News? Nothing that I see is worth talking about. Although Apple has just indicated they're going to be bringing in up to $400 billion back into the country because of Trump's reduction in taxes on large companies, which I didn't even know that was happening because I don't pay attention sometimes. And right on, good for you, Mr. Trump. If that's the case, then that's working. But where's that money, that lack of money, going to come from? That tax money? I don't know how that all works. Just curious. Okay, moving away from political news, let's go to some ESPN news. Good news for any Raider fans. The rumor is John Gruden will be signing a 10-year, $100 million contract, the biggest in NFL history. Again, good for the Raider fans, I think, especially with their move to Vegas. Gruden is pretty much a Raider. Again, on this date, January 5th, 1988, Pete Maravich collapsed and dies. He was the NCAA's all-time leading scorer. He was 40 years old. That's That sucks. That sucks. That's horrible. All right, moving over to some entertainment type news. Katie Nolan from ESPN warned, not suspended by ESPN for a Trump attack. And here's what she did. ESPN will not suspend Katie Nolan after she called Donald Trump a fucking stupid person. Yes, I said that, fucking stupid person. I'm reading, quote, on Viceland's DeSouza and Mero talk show on Wednesday. That's pretty funny, actually, I think. And here's another sexual misconduct accusation. Paul Haggis, the Oscar-winning director and writer of Crash, accused of sexual misconduct by 4 women, 2 claim rape. Wow, everybody's just coming out of the woodworks on this. Crazy, crazy stuff. And on that same note, my travel and leisure section, not much going on there, although a man accused of groping a flight attendant claims reverse discrimination. What about us guys? Which it does happen. It's happened to me. I believe there is a lot of reverse discrimination out there. I'm not saying this is a case. I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong. But according to this passenger, the stewardess was passed by him, and he tapped her on the back. He says back, maybe he tapped her on her butt to get a drink, and that is, boom, where the sexual harassment came from. So you can take that any way you like it. That's it for news today on Friday. I'm cutting it short. It's Friday afternoon. Again, the Common Sense Man's News and Talk Show. We want interaction. Please email me at commonsenseman@gmail.com. That's common with a K, commonsenseman@gmail.com. Let's discuss some topics. Let's get in this. Let's get people from different sides, the left, the right, the middle, whatever. Let's get us together. Let's talk about stuff. Let's get this out in the open, because I think we're not, and that sucks. It's really it's tough these days living in America with 2 sides. It's not good. And again, as I've said in the past, President Trump, don't be just a president, be a leader. Lead the country. Don't lead half the country. Don't lead 40% of the country. Try to lead the whole country. I know it's impossible to lead the whole country, but try to. Let's try to lead that country. World, have a great weekend, and I may see you Saturday with the Saturday edition of the Common Sense Man's News and Talk Show. Chowder.